Sabotage on the Crimea bridge. This is the bridge that was built between Russia and Crimea after Crimea was annexed by Russia. And look at this. Is this a sabotage or was this intentionally done? This is an image from the CCTVs along that area. Now, sabotage on the Crimea bridge. A truck blew up and hit a passenger train carrying it's a cargo passing train carrying fuel. You can see that on top. And actually, what was it? There was perfect timing. What was going on here? How did they go? Because there are CCTV footage of that. How is it that the truck, there was actually a car alongside a truck. The car blew up a truck that was carrying fertilizer, and then that flame went up to the train that was above them. So that was very strange, perfect timing. How did that happen? Of course, the explosion of the car that exploded the truck next to it caused the damage to the bridge. As we can see here, that part of the bridge is gone. That's tremendous damage, obviously. Now, what was announced by the National Anti-Terrorism Committee of Russia, quote, a truck blew up on the Crimea bridge, and quote, the National Anti-Terrorism Committee of Russia announced a while ago about the big explosion that took place this morning and caused great damage to the bridge. Today at 6:07 a.m. on the automobile section of the Crimean bridge from the side of the Taman Peninsula, a truck blew up which ignited 7 fuel tanks of the railway train heading to Crimean Peninsula, the announcement said. It was organized sabotage, and the result for Kiev and the West was impressive, they said. According to the National Anti-Terrorism Commission, 2 sections of the Kerch highway bridge partially collapsed. The arch over the land portion of the bridge was not damaged. It is assumed that they can be repaired in a short time. Even so, there is a serious problem in the supply of Crimea from the Russian hinterland and in transferring reinforcements to the Russian forces in Kherson. For Russian reinforcements in Kherson, there is, of course, the corridor that has been opened after the capture of Mariupol, symbolically as well as effectively Kiev and the West. The Ukrainians did not achieve anything on their own, achieved a significant success, they said. Moscow's response to this blow will be interesting. Let's remember that the former Russian President Medvedev in July declared that if the bridge in Crimea is hit, this will mean the start of a nuclear war. If the Crimean bridge is hit, he said, by the Ukrainian forces, then the day of judgment will come for all of them. This is what he said speaking at an event for veterans of the Russian army, adding, if any other state, such as Ukraine and NATO member states, believe that Crimea is not Russia, then that state is a systemic threat to us. This was from Pro News Greece, and it's translated for you from a Greek article. Very strange goings on today. This happened on the birthday of Putin, Vladimir Putin's birthday. The first thing that happened was the nations at the verge of conflict. That's 5 videos before this one. The passage that I opened up saying there's a price to pay for peace, in that Christ uses as parts of his body, us Christians, to lift his cross. And if he makes us suffer, it's because it's like a fast. It's like a fasting to alleviate suffering. Like the people who fasted in Nineveh after the prophet Jonah told them that there was a chastisement coming from God for their sins. So they fasted and God relented. Well, that's our fasting, is our sufferings too. And if you see the 5 videos before this one, nations at the verge of conflict. And then also the last video before this one, the Virgin Mary comforter icon in the Peloponnese of Greece, crying today at noon, but at the same time as I had posted loaded the video, Nations at the Verge of Conflict video. There was a person there that took a picture of the Virgin Mary icon, comforter icon, streaming, crying. And we see that in a lot of Christian Orthodox icons that are crying, streaming. And that's, of course, in order for the Holy Spirit to tell us, my children, pray. Okay? When there's difficult times, we see icons streaming like that. Not only in Greece, but all over the world, even recently in Montreal, Canada, and also, of course, from east to west, the Christian Orthodox icon streaming as well in the United States and even Hawaii. Now, for Medvedev to come out today and say, well, actually in July when he said, if the Crimea bridge is hit by Ukrainian forces, then the day of judgment will come for all of them. And it has happened. And he speaks of very harsh reiterations. Okay, so we don't take this lightly. Obviously, this is what happened today on Putin's birthday of all days. There's various things on the internet having to do with the images of the destroyed bridge and Marilyn Monroe singing the Happy Birthday, Mr. President song, obviously to Putin in a cynical way. So please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.